Tom pointed out, we have a stacked show lined up for you tonight. We have the Empress Championship on the line. We have Big Damo. We have Team Phoenix versus Team Titanic. But we open with a team that not very many people here came to see, not very many people here want to see. But whether they like the Saviours of Destiny or not, whether they appreciate the Saviours of Destiny or not, they are the Phoenix Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And they are the Phoenix Wrestling Tag Team Champions for a reason. Because they have built up such strong chemistry over such a short period of time. And they've beaten Club Rock Shandy. They've beaten One Night Stand. They're champions, and they could potentially be champions for quite a long time, it has to be said. And that's not something a lot of people might like to hear. But that is potentially the truth. This is a team the fans here in the Circus Factory are more than happy to see. This is Big Munny Gun Dogs. Gene Munny, Big Guns Joe. And for Gene Munny, this is not just a professional wrestling contest, this is quite a personal affair. When we were in Limerick last month, it was the Saviours of Destiny that cost them victory in the first ever tables, Lisa and chairs match. Do you know how many tables, Lisa and chairs matches there have been in the history of wrestling in general? One. That was it. There will only ever be one winner of the tables, Lisa and chairs match. And Munny wanted to be him.
Challengers, the Big Munny Gun Dogs. From the back of the hench's gym, here's that damn dirty dog, Gene Munny. And the biggest henchest guy in wrestling, Big Guns Joe. The Big Gun
statement right from the start by Andy Steele.
They are the Saviours of Irish wrestling. Yes, sir. The Saviours of Park City. And the Saviours of Phoenix wrestling. Oh, Richard and Andy Steele, the Saviours of Destiny.
Well, they're not short of confidence. That much is for sure. But also, as we've seen from Andy Steele, they're not afraid to play mind games either. And this is the difference between the Saviours of Destiny and a lot of the teams around them. They're not concerned about respect. They're not concerned about tradition. They're a win by any means necessary type team. And sometimes that's what separates the good from the great. As Foxy has shown us just there, this is for the Phoenix Wrestling Tag Team Championships. This is an incredible opportunity for both Gene Munny and Big Guns Joe to not just make a statement, but I mean, once you win gold, your spot in that company is solidified. right from the start. There's a lot of animosity here between Gene Munny and Andy Steele.
I wouldn't do it to you.
And I mean, do you trust Andy Steele? Would the real deal Andy Steele ever lie? But this is what I'm talking about, the mind games. That's what separates the good from the great, and that's what separates the contenders from the champions. And Gene Munny grabbing onto the hair. A bit of a stalemate. Oh! But Andy Steele has ripped the tape off the nipples of Gene Munny and throws it into the crowd. Say what you want about Gene Munny, but when you hear Andy Steele say, "This is what a wrestler looks like," this is not what a wrestler looks like, you know, it really makes no difference. He's an unorthodox character. He's an unorthodox individual. But anyone who thinks that Gene Munny has no chance against Andy Steele and that Big Money Gun Dogs don't stand a chance against Saviours of Destiny, they might want to double check themselves, because as you can see right now, Gene Munny very much has the upper hand, but Andy Steele turns it around. And he's back up into his own corner. Will he make the tag? That's the question. No, he's making the tag. And in comes Owen Richards. Gene Munny.
You are the big dog. He's a big guy.
Big Guns Joe wants the tag and he's got it. So we've got a complete change of partners on both sides. And this is very interesting. We saw Gene Munny last month in Limerick. Of course, this is the first time we've seen Big Money Gun Dogs in action here in Phoenix, but this is the first time that Big Guns Joe himself has been here in Phoenix Wrestling. And with that comes a lot of pressure, comes a lot of nerves for the average wrestler. How will Joe favour against Owen Richards, somebody who's been here more than enough times if you ask most of the fans here in the Circus Factory, but so far he's measuring up nicely. Owen Richards appears to have the strength advantage, but no. Big Guns Joe standing his ground, clawing back the rest of the ring, establishing control, and there he is. Owen Richards is in the corner under the pressure of Big Guns Joe. So a decent start from Joe. And he's really showing no fear in there. You see them evenly matched. Both have relatively similar styles. But Owen Richards grabs Big Guns Joe in a headlock. No question which side the fans are on here. Will the fans be enough to will Big Guns Joe out of this? And you see Gene Munny cheering him on from his corner, offering that support. Big Guns Joe, he's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. Owen Richards is a very strong wrestler as well. Make no mistake about it. Underneath all the savior and all the theatrics is a very strong, very powerful wrestler in Owen Richards.
It's all you got, pal. It's all you got.
And you can see Big Guns Joe taking these hits full power. And he's still on his feet. And it fires him up even further. But of course, Owen Richards resorts to a kick to the midsection. But Big Guns Joe not put off. And now he hits him with a shoulder of his own, sending Owen Richards off his feet. And Big Guns Joe puts Owen Richards into the corner, tags in Gene Munny. And now the Big Money Gun Dogs have the momentum, and Owen Richards dropped onto the knee of Gene Munny. Owen Richards kicks out at 1, but you can tell just by looking at the face of Owen Richards, he was not expecting this from Gene Munny and Big Guns Joe. He made the mistake that a number of wrestlers do, where they underestimate their opponent. They think, this fella's goofy, they don't look like wrestlers. And then before you know it, they're running at you in a corner, but commentators curse. Owen Richards turned it around. But as I say that, Big Guns Joe off the top. Excellent teamwork by Big Money Gun Dogs. And that's something they seem to have in abundance: cohesion, chemistry, a similar level of chemistry to what you would see across the ring in the Saviours of Destiny. Effective double team maneuvers, but look at Andy Steele, always keeping his eye on the prize. A head kick rocks Gene Munny, and Owen Richards with a running lariat. This could be enough to save the Phoenix Wrestling Tag Team Championships. You see Andy Steele, he's getting ready, he can feel it.
This is what you people like. You need to be saved.
And a straight right hand into the face of Gene Munny. And a kick to the midsection. Tag in Owen Richards. The Saviours of Destiny have Gene Munny right where they want him. I think in the case of Gene Munny, he came out, all guns blazing. He came out explosive. He came out emotional at the start of this match. And the problem with that is if you don't get the job done quickly and you don't finish the match, you don't capitalise on that explosive energy at the very start, it all comes crashing down later on. And you can see that now. And the Saviours of Destiny are taking full advantage. You see Andy Steele getting into the face of Big Guns Joe. Very, very smart. You might not like it. Certainly the fans here don't like it. They're urging Foxy to turn around. But that's what the Saviours of Destiny do best. It's the mind games. It's the tactics. And they're getting better with each match. That's what's really impressive with Saviours of Destiny. Like them or not, I mentioned earlier their wins and what those wins mean. It's not just a win, it's a lesson they learn with each victory, and that's something that again separates the contenders from the champions.
You're nothing.
Kick to the back. Owen Richards, you can see Gene Munny, you can see it in his face, he's willing to fight through the pain. And that's what he's going to need to do if he wants to somehow pull off a victory here, and he's taking on both men by himself. And excellent, effective forearm strikes to Owen Richards. Owen Richards throws him back into the corner, and Gene Munny rolls through. But Andy Steele, and again, just excellent work pulling Big Guns Joe off the apron before Gene Munny can make the tag. And Owen Richards from behind, and just when you thought that Gene Munny had that momentum, just when you thought that things were going to turn around for Big Money Gun Dogs, it's not really looking like that anymore. He's still going for but Gene Munny lands on his feet, rolls underneath and off the top. Very, very impressive from Gene Munny, doing everything in his power to turn this around. He knows that he's in a difficult position, but he will fight on regardless. And in comes Big Guns Joe, and the Saviours of Destiny could be in trouble here. Big Guns Joe, he was pulled off the apron initially, but now he's back up. He's fired up from all the talking from Andy Steele, from all the disrespect. He's not feeling any nerves, he's not feeling any pressure, he's just feeling momentum, and he's using all his physical attributes and sending Owen Richards across and out of the ring, bringing it back down to 1 versus 1, and doing the same to Andy Steele. Andy Steele doesn't look to just be in pain, he looks to be in shock, and you can see him getting up to his feet now. Big Guns Joe has grabbed him and has him up on his shoulders, Andy Steele's trying to elbow his way out of this position. It's what he's going to need to do. But Big Guns Joe, listen up, he doesn't see Owen Richards. He throws him onto Owen Richards, using his own partner as a weapon against him. Could this be it? It isn't. Andy Steele kicks out at 2, but very, very innovative work, very exciting work from Big Guns Joe. We didn't know what to expect from him when he came in. But if I was in Big Gun's shoes right now, I'd be very happy with my performance thus far. Could he potentially get Andy Steele in a position? Well, no, because Owen Richards is grabbing the arms of Andy Steele, wrestling him, and dragging him onto the outside. What's Big Gun's Joe going for here? He's looking at the two opponents on the outside. He's going. And Gene Munny from one side of the ring to the other, over the top, and the Saviours of Destiny have been wiped out. Just when they think they've dodged the first man, in comes the second, and that is what makes Big Money Good Dog so special. There he has Andy Steele up, and Andy Steele looks to be out of it, and he kicks out at 2. Andy Steele has kicked out at 2. And at the start of this match, I said the Saviours of Destiny could be champions for a very long time. I was convinced I was going to have to eat my words there. And I'm still convinced. Well, no, because Andy Steele grabs the eyes and hits him with a forearm in the back of the head. Big Guns Joe, we get the tag from behind. Gene Munny hits Andy Steele with a spine buster. Owen Richards comes in with a black hole slam, and Big Guns Joe, a pop-up powerbomb, flattening Owen Richards, but he's not looking at Andy Steele. And Andy Steele could be about to break the hearts of all the fans in the Circus Factory as he climbs up to the top turnbuckle. He takes a bit of time to call for the ending, and that's a mistake. That's the difference between confidence and arrogance. You can't afford to give someone like Big Guns Joe even a moment to recover. And very impressive agility by Joe as he goes up to the top and suplexes Andy Steele off the top with a flying elbow by Gene Munny. And this could be it! And that's twice now. That's twice. I thought we had new champions. They look at home here. They look like they belong at the top of this tag team division, and it's only their first match in Phoenix Wrestling, but Owen Richards grabbing the feet of Gene Munny. Very, very wise, very intelligent ring IQ, keeping your eye on the ball at all times. You have to give them credit where it's due. This is what the Saviours of Destiny are excellent at. Andy Steele raking the eyes. Owen Richards. Could this be the call to action? It is. They've put all these teams away so far with this move, and they've done it again. They've done it again. I don't want to say they've stolen a victory, because I do respect the performance they put in. I respect their intelligence and their mental side of the game, as well as the sort of physical attributes and strength. They did well here, but you can't help but feel for Gene Munny and Big Guns Joe. It really did look like on their debut in Phoenix Wrestling as a tag team. I know they've fought together in the past elsewhere, but in a new promotion against new teams, it's a whole new world, and they've managed to, in their first fight, nearly walk out with the belts, nearly beat the team that's on top of this whole division. And we have a tag team gauntlet match later on that will show you the amount of depth when it comes to teams in Ireland and the Irish tag team ranks in general. It's quite deep. And in they come, getting a championship opportunity right from the start, and they very nearly grab it with both hands. The argument could be made that they did grab it with both hands, and they were just very unfortunate with the result. But fair play to Munny. And big